Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. So Tottenham have been beaten by North London rivals Arsenal 4-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A disastrous start for interim head coach Igor Tudor, but of course, with a result, also there's importance on the performance, but a bad day for Spurs, if we're being honest with you. Arsenal got their title, fight back on the road after 2 games without a win, and for Tottenham staring down the barrel and realising the situation when reality hits, and reality hurts. This hurts for Tottenham, if we're being totally honest. Stay tuned to the end, because as always, I'm going to talk without politics, without bias, without an agenda, and try and be as professional and as articulate as possible, being balanced, understanding both sides, but also unapologetically, there you go, got there in the end, saying my opinion. That's what I'm all about here at the channel. But listen, let's not sugarcoat it. It was difficult for Tottenham, really difficult. I actually think we battled well for large parts defensively. Of course, Arsenal were always the better side. We knew that before a ball was kicked. Always the better side, dominate the game. And that's never nice, of course, but I think we defend very well. For the first half anyway. Second half, I don't think we're good enough. And I think in the end, losing 4-1 to Arsenal, of course, is unacceptable. I felt that, go 2-1 down, 3-1 down, we have to take a risk then. So I don't think 4-1 square, fair reflection, first of a game at all. I don't think it's just fair, basically. I'm not one for complaining. It's not the reason we lost, of course, but we should have had a second goal. That one from Moani, it's for me not a foul on Gabriel. I wouldn't say it's a dive, but I also wouldn't say it's a foul. And for me, that's where we're looking for consistency from officials. I think officials do well generally. I'll be honest with you. Part of the VAR side, they do okay anyway. They get a lot of sticks. A tough job. A lot of the stick is warranted. I understand some of it is anyway, but it's a tough job. That's one thing I think we can all agree on. Tough job. And we see that with ref cams. There's actually a lot more going on, a lot more about the job they have to do that we know about, and a lot of good things they do that we don't necessarily know about. However, that's a poor decision for me. It's a poor decision. I don't agree with it. We had one with Romero and Etatike, and that wasn't a foul. I mean, where's the consistency? It's just incredibly frustrating. You're Romero pushing the back, boom, nothing. So, yeah, it hurts for Tottenham. It hurts for Tottenham because it feels like a different club, different rule. But in reality, it's not an excuse, but being down to the bare bones, Arsenal always have more depth, more quality. Not an excuse, because the club had an opportunity to address that in January. They chose not to. They chose the easy option to just continue to not help a failing manager, to not help a failing team, to not help a sinking ship. They have to take responsibility for that. It's very easy to fire shots at Igor Tudor, and any manager, of course, has to come under fire when you lose 4-1 at home to your biggest rivals. Of course they have to. I'm not saying that result's acceptable. I'm not saying the way we performed at times in that second half. I think we lacked a tiny bit of fight in that second half. I think we certainly lacked quality. I think we sat too deep, for example. But look at the bigger picture. We're down to the bare bones. Again, 13, 14 at a push, fit senior players? That's not ideal. And we're talking like Basuma in there, with all due respect, Dragusin, and also square pegs in round holes with players playing in wrong positions. Archie Gray, an example of that. So I think context is vital, and it's not a good start for Igor Tudor, but also tells you there's a lot of work to do, and he's working with next to nothing. It's good that Richarlison's back. That's huge. Hopefully Porro to come, but we know that we'll probably lose players as we get some to come back. So I think I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to go down, because I don't think we will. From honestly, I'm 100% confident we won't, but I'm also 100% confident that we won't finish, boom, 12th, 13th, 14th. I think we're going to be in a relegation battle, but I don't think we're going to go down. We have to realise that we're not too good to go down, just like any team. Anybody can go down in that bottom kind of 7 or 8 teams. Anybody literally can go down. Everybody is at risk, particularly for that third spot. I think Wolves is definite. Wolves is definite. Burnley's likely. Anything else is up for grabs. Is hopefully anyways up. Fulham next, Craven Cottage. Our record there is awful. It's a bad start for the manager, but I said it under Frank, and I'll say it again, the manager is not the main problem at Tottenham. I keep it short and sweet, because listen, that's painful, and as Tottenham fans, we want to get over that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Get involved in the comments below what you thought of the game, and a massive come on you Spurs. Thank you very much, as I said there, for watching. Do come back for more content.